Hi there, this is Jen, and thanks so much for stopping by today. Today I have a really groovy card for you using the April Hedgehog Hollow box, and this box is so super cute. There are so many awesome things in it. It's got pretty much kind of a piece, lava lamp, there's tie-dye, there's a gnome, some little mushrooms. I mean, it's just a fabulous kit, and the stamp set is absolutely amazing. This is a 6x8 stamp set. You also get double-sided papers that are 5 1/4 by 8, which is perfect. You don't waste any. Sometimes when you have the 6x6, if you're not making a 6x6 card, there's a bunch of extra paper left over, but these are really cool because then you can use them for mats and get 2 cards out of them, so that is awesome. There's also a 4x6 stamp set that is a sentiment set, and there are also some note cards and 2 stencils. One is a tie-dye stencil, and then the other stencil is actually I believe it's a 4-part stencil where you can make the VW bug. So a super awesome kit. If you are interested in the kit, I will leave a link below. There is no commitment. You purchase what you want, or you can sign up for the subscription. But it runs through the 15th of the month, and then the next month's kit will start. So if you're interested in this kit, you have until the 15th if it doesn't sell out before then. And like I mentioned, there is no commitment. You don't need to sign up for a specific amount of time. If you just want to pick and choose which ones you want, just be on the lookout around the 15th of the month. On the Hedgehog Hollow channel, they usually do an unboxing to show you what is coming up for the next month's kit. Here is that awesome stencil that's 4 parts that does that VW bug. So super cute. And then these are the pre-printed cards. These can be foiled. You can mask off the sentiment and then like maybe stamp the VW bug on this and then color it up. You can just color it. You can just use the sentiment portion. So it's just really convenient, easy. You don't have to worry. And I am really loving all of the companies that are coming out with the pre-printed sentiments. I just so convenient and easy to use. And so I've gone ahead and I've taken some Bristol Smooth cardstock and stamped up some of the images that I wanted to use using some Versafine Black. And I'm using Versafine Black because it is a waterproof ink, and I will be using water with my Tombows today. And so I am using my Tombows, and I'm just going to show a little bit of the coloring, and I'm going to pop up the marker color numbers that I am using. And so I'm just doing some really simple coloring for these smaller images. I'm not really blending these out with water just because they are smaller, but when I get to the gnome, I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of water. I'm going to do a little rainbow hat for him, and so I'm going to go ahead and color my colors, and then I'm going to take my water brush and just really, with a very small amount of water, kind of just blend the 2 colors together that are beside each other. Just so it doesn't look like it's really kind of straight lines. It's just more blended. And then I'll finish off his hat. And then for the boots, I am doing 975, which is a really light gray color. And then the 401 color is what I'm going to color the rest of his outfit with. And so I've gone ahead and I've colored up all of my images, and the rainbow, I used the same colors that I used on the hat for the gnome. And these images would be super easy to fussy cut, but I did go ahead and use my scan and cut to cut these out. And then I add several things to the colored images. I add a little bit of a gold pen to his beard, and then I'm going to add some of a white Posca pen as well as a sparkle pen. And then for the background, I'm using this cool tie-dye stencil. I'm going to be using some distress inks, and so the colors that I'm using are picked raspberry, twisted citron, squeezed lemonade, and spiced marmalade. And I thought to use the daubers just because I thought it would be a lot easier, which it was, to control where I wanted the ink to go. And I couldn't quite remember, I should have looked it up, but I couldn't quite remember what a tie-dye pattern was. And so I just did a circular motion with the dauber. I started just kind of dabbing the color in through the stencil, and then as I moved on, I blended it out a little bit more between the colors. And I love the pattern once the stencil is removed. It looks really cool. I'm going to take some of the stamps from the 6x8 stamp set, just the words, and I have this die in my stash that is a small little bubble die, and so the words are going to fit perfectly in that die. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp up these words with the Distress inks. So usually Distress inks don't stamp too well, but these are small words, and so I just stamped the stamp up several times and used my stamping platform to help me out with that a little bit. And once I die cut the speech bubbles, I used the same gold pen that I used earlier to make little dots around the speech bubble. And I have added foam tape to the back of the gnome as well as the speech bubbles, but they're not adhered right now. I just have them placed so that I can get the flowers and all the background pieces adhered before I go ahead and adhere the gnome. And so I'm using the Clear Maker's Magic to adhere all of my pieces. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to remove the a backing from the gnome and all of the speech bubbles and adhere those to my card panel. And then I did color the rainbow, and then I was going to leave it off because I couldn't figure out how to add it in there. But what I ended up doing was it fit perfectly around this speech bubble, and so I added a little bit of glue to that and then just fit that around that speech bubble and cut off the very top. And that's going to finish off my card. Again, absolutely adorable stamp set. It is so cute and so fun to work with. And I'll be back again later on in the month with a few more ideas on how to use this box. So I hope you'll join me back then. There is also a blog post over on the Hedgehog Hollow blog. I will leave a link to that if you want to check that out. As always, I thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to spend with me. If you liked this video or found it informative, please go ahead and give a thumbs up. Thanks so much, and I hope to catch you next time.